Hi all, welcome to Econ Edge. So myself is Suresh. So today I'm going to discuss a very important topic in macroeconomics related to consumption function that is called Keynes psychological law of consumption. So this is a very important uh, consumption function discussed by J.M. Keynes. The consumption function relates to the amount of consumption to the level of income. It means people have a certain level of income. Among this, certain portion is consumed, and certain the remaining portion is kept as savings. So here we are trying to explain how consumption is dependent on income. So Keynes explained that consumption of a society is dependent on very important factors, that is subjective and objective. So I'm not going into that. So there are several subjective and objective factors. Among this, he considered the current income or the present income earned by the individuals as the main important factor which determine the consumption. So we can write mathematically at C, that is called the consumption as a function of Y. Y we denote it as current income. So when we formulate C as a function of Y, we get a linear equation that is called C is equal to A plus By. Linear means it is a straight line. So C means consumption is dependent on income, where A and B are the two parameters that we are estimating. So we have certain individuals, their income, and certain individuals having same individuals having the consumption. So when you are estimating C as a function of Y, you get A and B. So that is called C is equal to A plus By, where A is the intercept, I'll come into that, and B is the slope. Since it is a plus sign, it is a positively sloped, and it will be naturally moving the upward direction. So Keynes depicted it in a graph. That is, in x-axis will measure the current income or current national income. Y-axis will measure the consumption expenditure. So very important thing is that from origin 0, we'll draw a right hand, this 45-degree angle line. That is called OZ. So that is nothing but the income. So if you have consumption, when we consume same level of income, that means that consumption is equal to Y. Then we'll have consumption curve as that of OZ. Since many individuals consume a part of their income, so we'll have a different curve. So based on this, the intercept is nothing but OC, that is intercept. According to Keynes, it is nothing but autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption means when we have zero level of income, what is the level of consumption? Even if the individuals have zero level of consumption, there is a certain consumption. So that consumption is called autonomous consumption. So consumption curve starts from the autonomous consumption point. That is, at zero level, what is the level of consumption? From that point, we have a line that is moving upward direction. So the um, direction, whether it should be like this or like a flat curve, that is determined based on the slope B. So we'll have a curve like this, that is A plus By. So I'll come to the slope later. So A is called the autonomous consumption. That is consumption expenditure at zero level. And B represents nothing but marginal propensity to consume. Suppose if income changes by 1 unit, so Here it is not unit, 1 rupee or $1 maybe. So whatever may be the currency. So what is the level of consumption change? So that is mathematically it can be explained by delta C by delta Y. So it is otherwise called V. See, if 1 unit of income changes, what is the level of consumption change? See, the change in income is higher, that is 1 unit, and consumption is less. So naturally, that value will be less than the change in income. So delta C by delta Y is otherwise called as marginal propensity to consume. So if there is a 1 rupee change in income, what is the level of corresponding change in consumption? So according to Keynes, this marginal propensity to consume is less than 1 and it is greater than 0. So the value of marginal propensity to consume, MPC, is between 0 and 1. So according to Keynes, the theory states that as the income increases, the consumption also increases, but not as much as the increase in the income. In other words, the delta C is there, delta Y is there. So income changes by delta Y. So consumption also changes. That means both will increase. But the change in income is higher than that of the change in consumption. So naturally we will get a value less than 1. Value less than 1. So this theory is called Keynes' psychological law of consumption. It is otherwise also called as absolute income hypothesis. So another one more concept is very important in Keynes theory. That is called, here we already learned marginal propensity to consume. That is the change in consumption with respect to change in income. Then one more concept is there, that is called average propensity to consume. Average propensity to consume we can calculate by the total consumption expenditure divided by income. So you'll get average. On an average, what is the consumption level to 1 unit of income, or 1 rupee income, or $1 income, average consumption. So I'll give one example. And this will take clarity what is average propensity to consume or marginal propensity to consume. So income is 100 and an individual is spending 90 out of 100. So average propensity is nothing but total consumption is 90, total income is 100. 90 divided by 100. That is nothing but 0.9. When income increases by 20, so total income will be 120 and consumption is 105. Naturally, consumption also increases according to Keynes. So the average propensity is nothing but 105 divided by total income 120, that is 0.88. Now income further increases to 140. The consumption naturally increases 180. So average propensity is 118 divided by 140 is equal to 0.84. So this is average propensity to consume. So margin propensity means the change. So first case there is no change. So second, when income increases, the change is 120 minus 100. That is the change is income increases by 20. So consumption 90. Earlier it was 90. Now it is increased to 105. So change in consumption is delta C can be calculated by present consumption minus previous consumption. 105 minus 90, that is 15. So delta C is 15, delta Y is 20. So we'll get MPC here 15 divided by 20 is equal to 0.75. That means when 1 unit of income increases, con- consumer saves, consumes 0.75, that is 75% of the income. Rest 25% is kept for savings. Now here also income changes. Third one by 20. What about the consumption? Consumption also increases. 118 minus 105. That is 13. Delta C is 13. Delta Y is 20. That is 0.65. These are the two important concepts. So always we can see that average propensity to consume is decreasing as income increases. MPC also decreases, but here you can see average propensity to consume is always greater than that of MPC. Some will explain certain features of or properties of the law. So according to Keynes, current income, it is not the future income, it is the current income which is the major factor determining the consumption. We already explained. Second one is marginal propensity to consume is lower than 1 but greater than 0. We know that is in between 1 and 0. So as income increases, the average propensity to consume also increases. As income increases, the average propensity to consume falls. That is another criteria. Then consumption function remains stable in the short run. That means there will not be any upward shift or downward shift in the consumption curve. So it is stable. That is marginal propensity to consume will remain constant in the short term. So this theory is particularly meant for short-term analysis. This is all about the Keynes psychological law of consumption. Hope you understand. So if you like the video, please like and share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.